Now, the other part that's hard about recording video after video after video is to keep with my whole cat picture, me talking, starting Homestuck. I have to, leave time for me to go blah blah blah. And I don't really have much to say now because it's like a couple seconds after finishing the recording, I start the next one. So let's just admire this glowing cat, and let's hope that after 90 X videos that I've not repeated a single cat picture yet. Aside from the fact that the first couple ones use cat collages and may or may not have had the individual picture showcased at some point. But I try to see ones that I haven't seen before. Like, I go digging in the image searches. I like bigger ones better, but if it's particularly cute, I don't mind the size. I move this over here. So, kaboom! Act 6, Act 2. Le gasp! She's over here. Wake up. What the heck just happened? Now you remember, the mailbox is booby-trapped. But you survived somehow and got knocked out. How did you get all the way over here? Dad seems just as dumbfounded as you are, and more than a little distraught. Did Lil Seb whisk you away in the nick of time? Can that little bunny really move that fast? Where is he? Huh. Oh, okay. It's the cat. You suppose you should let Dad know you're okay, but it's been so long since you've enjoyed a massive prankster's gambit in exchange with the old man. It's hard not to bask in it, if only for a few seconds. Would you consider that a prankster's gambit? He thinks you're dead! Christ. Turn around. Oh, it's the god cat again. You guess that explains it. She's so displeased. She's like, I'm going to adopt a strider mouth for a moment, just to show how displeased I am. Its tongue is green. Just look at that aloof little bastard. He doesn't give a shit about anything, does he? You guess you should feel grateful toward him for saving your life. But you know he's just as likely to rescue you from an explosion as he is to randomly teleport you across town, forcing you to call your dad and ask for a ride home while you spend all day standing in some random field in the pouring rain while you wait hours for your dad to come and pick you up after he gets lost because he plugged the wrong place into Google Maps. Call the G-Cat down from the tree? It's not easy to call a cat. Well, unless you have cats like mine. My cats at home, I call their name and they just go flying towards me and rub all over me, but they don't see me for months at a time, so... Even if you were inclined to do that, he wouldn't respond to that name. You're pretty sure he doesn't have a name. You and your friends just call him the G-Cat for lack of anything else to call him. Everybody has opinions, but nobody can agree on a good name. You think he probably doesn't want a name. He's just a feisty stray who likes to meddle with your life, then vanish for weeks at a time. And nobody thinks it's strange. Uh-oh, looks like the jig is up yet again. Is the jig ever anywhere but up? That's what you want to know. You feel bad about leaving him in suspense for even a moment. Your gambit gets totally rocked by a guilty conscience. He thought you were dead. He tells you to get inside this instant. Return to room. You get inside this instant and march back up to your bedroom. That didn't say much, but it's a safe bet you are now perma-grounded for life. You hear a loud thump just outside your door. Crockpop? What if she has to pee? I don't like this. I don't like Jade's white dad very much. I would rather have John's black dad. He would never ground John. He would just give him a stern talking to and that would be it. Contact Biffsy? As long as you just got done paying the piper, you might as well get busy eating all this goddamn crow. Oh, so much of the stuff is gathered on your plate. She appears to be online now. It looks like she sent you the hacked file while you were away. Gutsy Gumshoe, GG, began bothering Tipsy Nostalgic, TG, at 111. That's so weird. I guess it doesn't go by, 24-hour time, which bothers me, but it also doesn't use the little hyphens. Hey. Rolal? Sorry, I was having important chats. Oh, with whom? With yet another ineligible fucking bachelor who else I got to talk to. Yeah, which one precisely? Destry, insufferable prick motherfucker extraordinaire. Oh wow, extraordinaire. Yum. If the chats and surplus dinners were truly important, I wouldn't want to interrupt. course not. It's usual BS. Chats with you always get precedence anyway. Unless this is more of you giving me shit about not believing me and all my sick true facts. Actually, that's what I wanted to talk to you about. I see. Go on. You see, I was just the target of another assassination attempt. Fuck. Two, in fact. One here in the real world as I attempted to retrieve the mail. Luckily, it was thwarted by a certain cat who shall remain nameless. Oh, man. You got cat. BBF. Good. BBF. No, wait. God was right. Fuck it. Both spellings are true. I'm like, what is she trying to say here? Good. She's trying to say good cat. I wasn't sure. Oh, good cat. Best friend forever. She's trying to complete a meme and was like, whatever. I give up just as much as she gives up. But in the process of being rescued from the explosion, I was knocked unconscious. And in my dream, there was another assassination attempt. This one, I believe, was successful. Uh-oh. I'm becoming convinced that our dream selves are being picked off by violent hooligans. Shit. Hooligans. Yes. But I think you mean Batterwitch thugs. Perhaps. The one who accosted me was a knife-wielding lunatic. And it's reasonable to deduce the same forces were responsible for Jake's death at Prospect as well. It looks like we were in the clutches of an actual caper, a real-life mystery, which under different circumstances would be quite exciting. But the truth is, I think we are all in great danger. Well, fuck. I guess it's time to take this shit up to Red Alert, to where it's been for, like, fucking ever, Jane. Jeez. Yeah. But that wasn't all there was to the dream. Shortly after I was stabbed, I had a rather long gander at Skya. Oh, shortly before I was stabbed, rather. Whoops. A gander, you say? Yes. How good a gander? I would say a pretty substantial gander. Okay. And during this totally massive gander you snagged, what did you see? I saw things in the clouds. Things. Yes, things. What things? Things happening in the future, I think. Many events pertaining to us. All of us, and other people I didn't recognize. It was a bit overwhelming. It made me feel small, insignificant relative to whatever it is we're about to involve ourselves with. And honestly, it made me feel pretty foolish, too. Foolish. Why foolish. Foof. Okay, she said gina and foof so far. Obviously, vaginas are on the mind. I began to wonder why I ever had the audacity to think I knew much of anything about the world we live in, or the journey we're about to take. Or to think I could ever rule anything out. I have a feeling that whatever I saw, it means you've been telling the truth all along. About everything. And I'm starting to feel like a complete idiot for doubting you. Aw, man. I've been one great big horse's caboose, and I think you are owed an apology. Do you think you could ever forgive me? Jane, damn, you're making me feel like shit here. Why? No reason. Just, hey, did you download the game file I sent yet? I did. And at this point, I guess I have no choice but to use it. I guess you were a step ahead of me yet again. Why? Because the one in the mail detonated in my most recent assassination attempt. What? Oh, fuck those hacks! That little exploding game trip would stop to such lowbrow shenanigans like that. So many sweet typos. Which just makes me so fucking furious sometimes. That tactic was quite underhanded, yes. Yeah, so... What were we talking about again? Sorry, I'm just worked up over it. I don't blame you. Where we were, by my estimation, was a place wherein I was about to awkwardly attempt to swallow a helping of humble pie, to somehow make it up to you for my years of stubborn mistrust. Hey, Jane, wasn't that a bunch of split infinitives? Split. To awkwardly attempt to somehow make it up. Oh! Well, so busted! Oh gosh, what a doofus. You see, I clearly don't have all the answers. I really have some nerve challenging anyone on practically any subject. Don't beat yourself up too bad. We both know that rule is bullshit anyway. You hold yourself to too high a standard, and these standards kind of leak out and start getting applied to other people, I guess, sometimes. You really don't have to apologize to me or eat humble pip or anything. All you've got to do is just maybe not be such a huge tight ass all the time. That's fair. But I would still like to make a gesture. Even if it's one partially motivated by self-interest, seeing as I clearly have much to learn. I would like to give you a free pass for a day. It is good for 24 solid hours of absolute credulity from your best friend. Okay, waiting for you to say what the fuck you're exactly talking about. It means that starting now, whatever you tell me, I will have to believe you. I promise. Oh, really? Yes. Roxy's gotta think about this one. Are you there? Bro? Shh, this is a dramatic pause. Calm your tits. Salty. That's fair. Oh. Exactly how dramatic are we talking here? Shall I go retrieve a magazine? Really? Sigh. Okay then, what do you want me to say? Read it, I don't believe in. She was having one. I had a feeling. She needs more salt on the rim. Everything, I guess. I'd like to get completely up to speed if possible. Yeah, but I'm pretty sure I already said everything. Want me to just say it all again? Some reiteration certainly couldn't hurt. But this time I won't work so hard to sift the fantastic from the plausible. So, like, stuff I said about my mom, or... Sure. Okay, well, for starters, she really is the notable author you know. Oh, I know that. That was something I had no trouble believing, considering the public documentation even reclusive celebrities receive. And frankly, the family resemblance is obvious. Yep. Anyway, it would be disingenuous, I can say that word, if I found your relation far-fetched, since we're all apparently related to noteworthy people. It's just one of those funny things. It's your dad. Then, what else can I talk about? Like her occult magics and stuff? Because I don't know a lot about the magics, besides the fact that they're all as real as shit can get. Maybe we should start at the very beginning. Okay, but the beginning was a heck of a long time ago. Do you remember around when we first started talking? Yes? And you claimed you were the one making my pumpkins disappear. Yes? You later proceeded to try to prove to me that you were saying was true, but none of your attempts thereafter would ever bear any fruit, pardon the pun. Okay, but it ain't pardon because pumpkin ain't even a fruit. It's a big orange porch thing for Halloween, numbnuts. Well, are gourds considered fruits? Is it considered the fruit of the vine that it comes from? No, fruits... The seed has to be located in a certain area for it to be considered a fruit. Well, vegetables are ground. I can't remember what the distinction is supposed to be. But I want to say that it's technically a fruit. Yes, I know what pumpkins are. It was a joke, silly. What I'm trying to say is, in thinking back to those days when you couldn't verify your claims, it made me think the whole thing was a big ruse. And I think this unfortunately began a pattern of mistrust. It was always hard to rule out the possibility that you could be joking about other things as well. Yeah, but it's not my fault. I mean, a purification tech is notoriously unreliable. Remember, I explained this. I can't just always purify stuff from any time I want. I can only take stuff I'm allowed to, which is pretty much random. Like stuff that by taking I'd be messing up the timeline because stuff is supposed to be there and serve some function and it hasn't served yet. So most of the time, if I try, all I get is slime on my end. But pumpkins, for some reason, are a little easier to take. I don't know why. Like, they are specifically an arbitrarily unhinged from space-time. It is spooky. Yeah. 1 second. Well, my mommy was awake for some reason. Okay. Let's see. I couldn't begin to explain the science behind such technology either. But I guess the important thing is, regardless of how or why it works, this is a story you continue to stand by. That is, you are still taking credit for the mysterious disappearance of all those pumpkins I grew years ago? F yeah, I so gone through gourds, Jade. Jane. I said Jade for some reason, like, Jade. Like, here are you again? Did you yank them when my gourd was down? Yes. Yes, I did exactly that. Snatch your patch, sucker. That's like the third or fourth pussy joke she's made. I'm dying. Very well. Then I believe that is what happened. That's all I'm trying to say here. So, okay, you believe that. Now what? Now, nothing, really. You may continue to tell me anything you would like with the confidence that I won't doubt you. So by all means, go ahead. Okay, got it. So Jane, what's it feel to get stabbed by a bad guy? Come on. Huh? That is a question. Yeah, so? It's not any sort of revelation or statement for me to take at face value. Dad, burn it. This isn't that difficult. And for the record, it's not great. What's not? Getting stabbed by a bad guy. It isn't all that peachy.
It's 12 o'clock.
Peachy, she says. Da-da, foreshadowing. Yeah, I bet. Must have sucked. Or dream sucked, IDK. So you're not in the mood to tell me things? No, I am. I'm psyched about you wanting to believe me and all. But part of me still feels like I should prove it. Like I tried to once. It was just frustrating. I mean, I'm a scientist. I should be able to prove my shit. Scientist. I'm not really even trying to pronounce half of her typos because, hell, if I even know. Like, subject my claims to the fucking madrigogs. Madrigogs? Madrigers, you know what I mean? Yeah, I understand. I mean, trust between friends is sweet and everything, but I don't know if I want to be the recipient of, like, a buttload of pity believins. It's not about pity. It's more like a gesture I'm trying to make. Or maybe that's not quite right. It has more to do with setting things right for myself than making it up to you. Does that make sense? You know, reading this is actually making me feel kind of uncomfortable because they're not really coming across as friends. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just because of Roxy's situation, which I can't really say too much on because of my spoilers policy. But she just doesn't come across as friendly. And I love Roxy, just like, I don't know, the two of them here are not really having what strikes me as an amicable conversation. Even with the trading smileys and everything. I mean, I don't know, it just comes across as weird. Or maybe it's just because of the way Jane is, I don't know. Let's see. Shoot, I'm doing such a terrible job explaining this. Patiently sips beverage. The bottom line is, I want to believe the things you say now. That's all you need to know. Okay, that's good. I want that too, but I still want to prove it irregardlessly. Just uncontrollably Edward usage. Oops, sorry. Still want to prove it irregardlessly. That'll fix tight as fuck. So you down for one last try? Sure. Okay, let's get busy. What do you want to see me dispurify? People are messaging me. Moving along. Look around. I don't know. The baking chest, maybe? Too big. I got size restrictions here. Bigger stuff takes huge amounts of power to swipe. So this gizmo I have is a built-in size cap. Like, something as big as you, for instance, I can't take. Believe me, I've tried. Aw, that's sweet of you, I guess. It's totes sweet of you to try and steal you for the hangouts, but it didn't work because of bulb shit. But I can take stuff somewhat smaller. What are the restrictions? Just dump your shit on the floor. Tell me everything that's there. Empty Silodex. Kaboom. Well, what immediately catches my attention is this enormous book. I wonder how it squares with your size restriction. What book? My unabridged Sassacres. It's a very rare edition and a precious fairly heirloom, so I don't know if it would make an ideal candidate for the journey. No, are you kidding? That shit is perfect. Should be just the right size, like big, but just Barkley and not too big. But what if it gets damaged? Psst, it'll be a set fire. Oh, silly me, what was I even worried about? Man, scent and fine. That wasn't even a Freudian slip. Dr. Freud just tripped over an errant phallus, stumbled down a flight of stairs, and broke his neck. And then his cigar exploded comically in his face. Bravo! Jane, you're funny. Oh my god, so long at that word. Boner I made. Oh my god. It was spectacular. But for real, I won't set your fucking joke book on fire, Jane. It doesn't even do that, even if it goes the worst kinds of wrong. Couldn't we send Wise Guy instead? At least he could be easily replaced. Jane. Jane! Fuck Wise Guy. It would be so lame as a guinea pig book. God damn, who am I kidding? I don't even know how to spell a guinea pig while sober. Could be sober as a church Christ and look at shit. Looks intrinsically fucked typographically speaking. So fuck that word and fuck those particular pigs. No, I reject your proposal that we fuck Wise Guy, whatever that actually means, or for that matter, the spelling of any adorable rodents named after African nations. Jane, are you being a tight ass again? I don't think so. We talked about this. About what? About you being a tight ass. I'm not being a tight ass. Janie, it seems to me that there is a maths % chance of you being a huge tight ass. Are you the huge tight ass on me, Jane? Oh, god damn it. Take the book. What do I care? Yes, that's the spirit. Now you're leaving with petrol. I fail to see what offering up a priceless book for your wildly capricious science experiment has to do with my resolution to be less stingy with my beliefs. But alright. Will you relax about the book? I'm only just teasing because there's like a practically 100% chance this won't work like always. Work like always. So, ready? Yes, let's just get on with it. Verify. Oh. It worked. The book is gone. Oh no. Oh shit. What is it? Shit. Did you receive the book? Shit. Don't tell me. The book is damaged somehow, isn't it? Fuck. Sigh. Is it at least somewhat intact? Or was it completely incinerated in transit? I just knew we should have used Wise Guy. I can't believe this. Don't worry. The book itself is tops fine. Oh, then what's the problem? I'm so stupid. So stupid. Will you just tell me what happened? Gotta go, BBL. We'll talk about important stuff later, okay? P.S. Thank you for believing me. Oh, shit. One last thing, Jane. Do not run the file I sent you before I get back. I need to... just don't without me, okay? Fuck! Too soon nostalgic? TG. Cease bothering Gutsy Gumshoe. GG. I wonder what her deal was. It's always something with her. You again notice her game file beckoning you to play. But she warned you not to until she gets back. Phooey. Oh hey, you just noticed your slightly abridged edition of Sassacre is over there on the floor. You guess you could have sent the much less valuable copy and saved a lot of arguing. But what's done is done. There's more reading material sprinkled about too. You've clearly got some time to kill before your biffsy gets back from her emergency. Might as well do some casual reading. But there's nothing casual about hoisting even an abridged Sassacres up into your lap, so forget that. There's always Game Girl. But the articles are all a bit vapid and in your view somewhat demeaning to female gamers and women in general. You and Rolal are convinced the whole thing is just written by the same odious D-bags who write Game Bro. Which is exactly what makes it good for the LULs, her words. Speaking of bros and the games they play, let's read Pony Pals. Hell fucking yes. Yes. You've read this a million times already. It's one of your favorite gifts. Another gander at it sure couldn't hurt. Examine contents. Amazing chapter titles. Potentially the table of contents for greatest book ever written. But Batencourt shout out this nightmare instead. A visitor, screaming ponies. Motherfuck! Danger! Flames, missing, the fight, blood in the snow, holy shit. Homeless, 3 ideas, Acorn's shadow, a pony broods. 11, the final freakout. Appendix A, official body count. Horseshoes. Whatever. Flip to page 1. Tragic pony news. A visitor. Anna Harley, dumb name, sounds like a product of a speech impediment by an imbecile, came out her back door and ran across the backyard. Almost a good name for you, not sure why. There were 2 ponies in the paddock behind Anna's house and yard. Hey ponies, Anna called out, we're going for a trail ride, as she prepared the news adroitly. Anna's pony, Acorn, was standing in the pony shed. The other pony, Little Sebastian, belonged to Anna's next door neighbor and pony pal, Sanders, no, the city of Pawnee, Indiana. Lil Seb came over to Anna, but Acorn stayed in the shed. Anna thought that Acorn was trying to hide from her. He liked to play I'm scared shitless of my master. Anna went to the shed. Acorn wasn't fucking around. He was staring at a fluffy black cat with white paws, taking a dump on his favorite saddle. The cat was staring back at Acorn, shitting like tomorrow wasn't a thing. "Hey, kitty," said Anna. "What are you doing here?" she asked, the act of defecation oddly foreign to the girl. Pawnee came to the shed behind Anna. "Whose cat is that?" the rural township inquired. "I don't know," answered Anna. "It's not a pony, so who seriously gives a fuck?" Suddenly a mouse ran from behind the feed bin. The contrived incident caused some extra shit to happen. Acorn was like, "Oh hell no, not the fuck in my paddock, bitch." Acorn nickered as if to say, "Vile slurs omitted." The cat leaped back up on the straw and curled himself into a ball. Acorn took a few steps toward the cat and crushed it to death with his magnificent hooves. Acorn nickered triumphantly. "So cute," murmured the fictional Midwestern burro. Pam Crandall rode another goddamned pony up to the shed. She said hi to her pony pals, and the whole crew beamed complacently about their bullshit horse club. Anna pointed at the cat. "Acorn has a new kind of meat he appears to tolerate," she exploded. Man, screw handwriting. This is easier. Later, about halfway through the book, rather than see the gag through to the bitter end, Strider began pasting over entire pages of original text with his own completely rewritten version of the story, while keeping all the chapter titles. His revision is a tough, emotionally draining read, but it's cathartic, in all the worst ways possible. He tends to get carried away with his projects. That's why I love him and his neuroses. Just check out the file already. You try to distract yourself with Strider's literature, but it's no use. Your curiosity is overwhelming. Lalonde could be gone for hours for all you know. Surely there couldn't be any harm in just installing the file, could there? Don't do it! Excuse me. Don't do it! That's an odd extension for a file. You don't think you've ever seen it before. Install Esper client. Esper version 000. Press enter when ready. It doesn't even appear to install anything. It just runs a small application when you execute it. Looks like you're one key press away from playing. Do you dare? Psst. Uh-oh. Hey, Jane. Step away from your computer. Computer. Uh-oh. What? Being a dowdy McDowdy pants. Whoops! Yeah, no, you're not supposed to run the file. Phew. Oof. Sweet catch. No, looks more like a... Oh, that looked painful. How did her terminal velocity even... God, you wish stuff would stop exploding. Answer, destry? I love all the shit in his room so very much. Where do you get the nice ergonomic computer thing? And a floating monitor. Sweet! Tobias testified TT began bothering Gutsy Gumshoe GG at 1:43. I should probably warn you. About what? Yet another exploding game trap? Well shit, she already sent it. Yes, but to be fair, she warned me not to run it. That's weird. Why? She was probably just trying to protect me from the Batterwitch's latest assassination attempt. Sheesh, I can't believe you all finally got me saying Batterwitch too. Who would have thought? No, it's weird because Lalonde was the one who rigged it to explode. It's a bogus copy she coded herself. The real game file she downloaded is totally legit. What, really? Got it right here myself. Checked it out. File's fucking clean as a whistle. A whistle that overcame a major substance abuse problem, trying to get his life back on track. The whistle is holding down a steady job now. It's taking things one at a time. Eat a fucking dinner off that whistle. Okay, I'll shut up. Why would she do that? See, it just... People think he's so standoffish. He will talk for hours if you give him the opportunity. I love it. Jeez. Okay, why would she do that? To accomplish exactly what it sounds like got accomplished. You narrowly averting the fake threat to your life, then getting your shit all hot and bothered with the Baroness over it. Then you abdicate your heiress throne or something and give up on the game as a big fuck you to the genocidal cake alien. But if she felt so strongly that I shouldn't play, she could have told me. Or told me more forcefully, I guess. I would have listened. Maybe. She's working through some problems right now. Really doesn't want us to play that game. So I guess this was the insane stunt she whipped up to derail the inevitable. Kind of reckless for my tastes. One of the above statements is a fucking lie. Are you gutsy and gumshoe enough to spot it? I guess maybe now... I was thinking about it as I was reading after I made the comment about it. Okay, first of all, yeah, she's sloshed. So that could be affecting her emotions. But I mean... maybe it's intentional that she's trying to be kind of... like, standoffish? I don't know. It's really weird. Maybe she was justified in taking such an extreme measure. I sure hadn't been taking her seriously. She even warned me not to play it until she got back, but I went ahead anyway because I was too impatient. Actually, now that I think about it, she was probably going to disarm it or such when she came back, seeing as her objective had essentially been accomplished already by an actual assassination attempt. After that, I told her I would believe her about everything. That probably made her feel guilty about setting me up, so she told me not to touch the file until she returned. Sounds about right. But then I went ahead and ran it anyway like a doofus. I think she just wanted to be believed. Shucks. Am I an awful friend? Nope. I'm not too sure about that. Well, before you go taking a massive sad crap over all your friendship credentials, consider this. Only she could manage to blow up your computer with a nasty Deathloop virus and somehow make you be the one to feel shitty about it. You're right. Or maybe you're the one who uniquely feels the predicate in that construction. I don't goddamn know. Your friendship with her is a half-drunken three-legged relay race, and the baton is a stick of dynamite. And the two of you are the ones on the track. Me and English are watching from the bleachers, high-fiving constantly. I guess that's a pretty apt metaphor, even though it doesn't make the slightest bit of sense. Yes. I just wanted to start playing the game so badly. Now more than ever. I have the reason to believe the stakes have increased dramatically. They have, and they will continue to. I think our team counterparts are all marked for death, and if we are to stand a chance, we must move quickly. I agree. Just heard about your assassination on Prospect. What, she told you already? Who? RL? No. I read it in a newspaper. Are you being ironic again? Nope. Just picked up one of the sleazy Dursite tabloid rags. Sometimes they'll feature some pretty entertaining gossip with the royalty or whatever. But they're primarily dedicated to smearing Prospect. The press had a field day with the deaths of the page and the maid. Dursite? You mean the other planet? The evil one? Durs, yeah. Not evil necessarily, that's a bit simplistic. The kingdom represents the forces of opposition to Prospect and the four heroes. Us. What did the story say about me? Dead. That was a big-ass headline. Then a photo of your dead body lying there, followed by a lot of bullshit slander. It was also reported your tower exploded. They couldn't find the body to give it a proper funeral. Probably incinerated. I didn't realize you had woken up in the game already. When did that happen? Dunno. Years ago. Don't really recall. I guess I shouldn't act surprised you didn't tell me. What with all your highfalutin secrecy. It's hard to explain. I was never technically asleep there. I was awake without realizing it. Then I realized it. And I sort of learned how to be awake there while awake here, too. I'm awake there now, albeit pretending to sleep. Pretending? Why? For one thing, it gets a bit distracting managing two alert bodies in different places at the same time. And for another thing, it's better to maintain appearances. Everyone on Durst believes their heroes haven't woken yet, though they are both rumored to be very active sleepwalkers. Which is half true. She can't ever seem to sleep still. Goes off wandering for days. Sometimes I gotta go round her up for some godforsaken cranny of the abyss, drag her tipsy ass home, tuck her back in. Maybe I'll chain her leg to the bed if she doesn't wake up soon. Though in light of the recent assassinations, her slumbering attraction to the void probably works to her advantage. No one ever knows where she is. I'm still not sure I'm following. Why are you maintaining the appearance of being asleep? On Prospect, it seems as if the people there regarded me and Jake very highly, like celebrated figures. Is it not the same way on Durst? No, it's essentially the same situation here. They glorify us in the same way. Almost like we're their purple pajama team mascots, even though they will completely oppose our objective when all is said and done. Kind of ridiculous, really. But even so, I think it's better to lay low, not alert anyone to my alertness. That way I can sneak around and gather information, do some reconnaissance before shit starts getting real. In other words, read newspapers, get a feel for the word in the street and such. As my detective? This is rough. Dang. Yeah, among other things. Like keep an eye on agent activity. You mean secret agents? No, more like high-ranking officials. And judging from your knife wound, I'm betting you were the victim of the archagent himself. You should feel honored, I guess. Who's that? A guy named Noir. Real nasty dude. Crazy ambitious. Loves knives. If you're going to stand any chance of winning this thing, I've got this nagging suspicion we're gonna have to take him down first. And a feeling that nags equally is it ain't gonna be easy. Alright, that's the end of that. Overtime.